This is a time where we can just open our hearts and minds to our guest speaker. She will lead us in a meditation during her presentation, but we have a young woman, got quite the global connection. Her family's from Vietnam, and she lives in Germany normally, but she's attending Pioneer High School this year as a junior. Cathy Luu is here to present a wonderful Living in Presence and Awareness talk with her strong background in Buddhism. So there's not much more I know about her, but I think we're in for a real treat. So come on up, Cathy.
Thank you so much for introducing me. Hi, everybody, and thank you so much for this opportunity to let me introduce you to Vietnamese Zen Buddhism. It's so nice to be here again. It's such a special place. I love it here so much. I still remember the first time that I came here. I think it was in September, and I helped to paint the walls with Dawn and Annie. So let me introduce myself. I'm Cathy, and I'm 17 years old. Moreover, I'm an exchange student from Germany. And so with that, welcome to my presentation about how to live in presence and awareness. I've also included some other Buddhist topics into my talk today. So let me start with my personal experience with living in presence and awareness, which has helped me a lot to return to myself and get to know me better. Buddhism has taught me a lot of lessons about attitude, energy, and especially karma, if you believe in karma, and how to not feel homesick. So whenever I felt homesick, I just remembered that that feeling is going away, because that feeling changed. The feeling of homesickness, it changes so much. I just tell myself that I might feel homesick now, but I won't in a short time. And I think it's so peaceful if you distance yourself from your feelings and not see it as one. Now I'd like to talk about the content that we are going to cover today. First of all, I would like to introduce you to Vietnamese Zen Buddhism. After that, I'm going to present you my definition of being truly present and being truly aware. Moreover, I will show you a way how to live in presence and awareness. And next, there's going to be a meditation, a guided meditation. And spoiler alert, it is actually one of the ways to maintain presence and awareness. And moreover, I'm going to show you how to share love and peace with others. Our last topic for today is going to be the power of attitude. So let's start. I would like to mention that Buddhism is not a religion, it is a philosophy of life. Since it is a non-theistic faith with no God to worship, according to the Buddha, everyone has a Buddha inside themselves. And Buddha literally means enlightened one. So with what I just said, everybody, any being can become a Buddha. We just have to discover it in ourselves. Just imagine a stone. Something that looks like a stone, just a regular stone. And one day it will crack because it falls down or another stone hits it, or it just gradually opens up. And that one day when it opens up, it will reveal the most beautiful crystal. You didn't know that it was inside, but it has always been inside there. It's just like the Buddha inside us. It is there, we just have to reveal it. So how can we open up that stone and reveal the most beautiful crystal? The answer is actually very easy. It is living in presence and awareness. Before I share the answer with you, I would like to present my definition of being truly present and being truly aware. So, being present means living in the present moment with what is right now. So even if I say that means living in the present moment means not being stuck in the past and not being distracted by the future. And even if we say now, it already happened in the past, right? I just said now and it's in the past. So we should live with what is right now. We should live in the here and now. Being aware means being aware of the present. So when we, being aware just means being aware of what is happening right now. So you are listening to me right now, and that means you are aware of the present. So how can we be truly present and aware? Mindfulness can be maintained everywhere in our daily life. We just always have to return to being aware of our breathing and feel our body. So when we are breathing, we are aware that we are breathing. We could also start with observing our body movement. When we take a step or 2 steps, we are aware that we are walking. When we are walking, we can observe how our knees bend, how our feet touch the ground. We can even be mindful when we cook, like the story that we heard earlier this day. When we cook, when we cut vegetables, we can be aware that we are cutting vegetables. When we type on the keyboards, we can be aware that we are typing on the keyboards. When we drive our cars, when we eat, when we can do anything and we can be aware of it. So in the picture, you can see a sandwich and an avocado and a tomato, and it says eat mindfully. What it means is when you are eating, just focus and be aware of the action that you are doing, which is eating. You don't have to use your phones or read a book or, I don't know, any other things that is not eating. Because when you're only eating, you will feel the taste of the food. You will feel how you gradually become less hungry, and it's very nice. The next picture that I want to talk about is the drawing of the forest, and it says, go for a walk. Every time, I feel like reconnecting with nature is very peaceful. I am one of the biggest believers in the power of nature, and you can just return to yourself when you reconnect with nature. It's so beautiful. And next, there's the heart, which says thank you and say thank you. I think, in my opinion, it's very important to be grateful, because if you're not grateful, it will disappear so fast. And that's when you realize its value, but it will be too late then, and it will be too late then, because you didn't appreciate it as much. And when that happens, you're going to regret things. And attention, that is actually when you live in the past again, when you regret things. I remember when my host family and we were fostering a little kitten, and when he was gone, I didn't cry. It's not because I didn't miss him or because I'm heartless. It's because when I was with him, I was truly present and aware when I was hanging out with him, and I just enjoyed every single moment with him. So when he was gone, it was I just accepted it, and it was so nice. I was so thankful for the time together. And you will see it's so peaceful if you live in the presence, if you live in presence and awareness, and you don't regret anything. Yeah, however, I have now showed you the answer to living in presence and awareness, but believe me, it won't change your life too much if you don't practice. So if you don't practice, it's just like you are going to a restaurant and you're sitting there, but you're not ordering anything, you're not eating anything. That way you won't feel the taste of the food, and you even stay hungry. So let's practice now with a short meditation. And meditation is actually one of the easiest ways for beginners to, so meditation is one of the easiest ways to maintain awareness and presence. Because when you close your eyes, you don't see any colors or shapes that might distract you. You just focus on your breathing and what is happening in your body right now. Close your eyes. Find yourself a comfortable position to sit in. Relax your facial muscles. Now you can relax your shoulders. You can relax your whole body. There's nothing to worry about anymore in this present moment. There's only awareness. Breathing in, you smile. Breathing out, you know that you are smiling. Breathing in, you know that you are breathing in. Breathing out, you are aware that you are breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. In, out. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the meditation. I also have an exercise for you if you want to. In the morning, you can be aware that a new day has begun. You can choose to smile and be aware that you are smiling in the morning. That way, you are beginning your day with positivity. Now, I'm going to move on with our next topic for today, the way to share love and peace with others. I would like to see it as if we are cups. That sounds funny, but I can explain this. So, if we keep pouring into our cup, it will overflow eventually if it's full, right? So, if we keep pouring in love into ourselves, if we are full of love, we will share love with our environment. However, the same thing happens with suffering. If we pour in suffering, we will share suffering with the world. And we don't want to do this. So by the way, I chose this picture of Max because it reminded me of the ceramics I made in class. So every ceramics project that I make is made out of the same clay, but it all looks unique and different. It has different shapes, it has different glaze colors. It's like us humans, we are all unique. And I have not made any ceramics projects identically twice. And we are also the ones who decide what we pour into ourselves. And if we wish to see something in the world, we should start nourishing it in ourselves first. Which leads us to our next topic, which is, if we are at peace, the world is at peace. Why? Because the world is made out of humans. And if people are loving and peaceful, the world will be loving and peaceful. And the reason there's war is just because humans want to be right. And in fact, humans are correct in their position with their perception. For example, giving the numbers 6 and 9, instead of each person standing on one end of the number, we could stand in the same place and we will look at the same thing, or even better. If we learn how to respect, tolerate, and accept differences, it will be so much peaceful, so much more peaceful. It will be so much more peaceful because we won't lose energy on trying to change other people, because in this world there has not been anyone who changed just because other people wanted them to change. We change because we decide to change. We choose to change. So we choose to change. And even if the people convince us to change our behavior and our habits, our attitude, we have to want it first. We have to want it in the first place. Otherwise, it won't happen. It won't happen. So, have you ever noticed that our attitude can change our perception on things? That is actually our last topic for today. Yeah, I heard a lot of yes. So yeah, attitude can change our perception on things. But we could learn how to observe. We could learn how to observe our attitude and also learn how to observe the changement in attitude, because we change our opinion about things. We change what we like, what we don't like. And it's just so nice to be aware of our attitude. So whatever happens to us, we always look at it with a positive attitude. Even we are grateful for the good things and even for the bad things, because they will teach us something. We will learn about it. We will learn about ourselves. Thank you so much for today. It's such an honor to be here, and thank you so much. I have included some links here. The first link is a meditation center called Dharma Light in Germany. That's the place where I go to practice. They also offer Zooms in English. And the next one is a monastery in the US. It's from Thich Nhat Hanh. I think you might know him. And the next two links are also Buddhist meditation centers in the US that practice Zen Buddhism. I just wanted to show you the links, and you might be interested to visiting those meditation centers. I would also love to visit them sometime. Yeah, thank you.